Yeah, I think we've obviously done quite a bit of testing here from the last time we came at the beginning of the season. Obviously, it was a part of the official MSVR test circuit. So we had a good test a week or so ago. So Friday starting here, we had a good benchmark to start from. I think generally after the poor performance overall of the team at Knockhill, we've started on the right foot here. James is closer to the front guys and we're where we need to be. And we've just needed to get, as I say, we keep talking about this feeling that we need to get for Josh, and he's starting to feel that we've got that now. We're certainly in a better area. He's qualified a solid 12th, which I'm pleased with that. Third row start, which is better than the last couple of events we've been at. So I'm hoping for, certainly podium positions from James are well within his reach. I'm very interested to see what Shaky and Alex can do with race pace. I think we won't probably start. I think our tyre wear will be excellent towards the end of the race, and that could be our big bonus for James's side of things and for Josh's. So hopefully race 1 will get a good set in and get a good comfort level and move that into race 2.
Look at Ellison, he's doing everything he can. He said he tested himself out against Chianari for sheer speed during qualifying yesterday, and he found that he really just can't get the oomph out of the corners to live with the Samsung Honda, but he's dived underneath him into the S's. If you can't do it on acceleration, James, do it on the brake.
It's Ellison that's going well here.
James is I think, must be delighting himself. He got that early move on Chianari, which meant he could keep in touch with the front three, because he says they're just lacking. James, it's surprised me coming from someone who's riding the Yamaha, but saying that there are just 1 or 2 bends where he can't quite gather the pace out of the bends to live with the Hondas and Kawasaki. For him. There's interesting things happen down the track, James. We've got Bayoko in 9th place. Josh Waters is now up to 10th. Josh Waters, bang, straight out of the Milwaukee Yamaha, and because he desperately needs to learn this track.
Exactly that. Josh Waters is no mug, I'll tell you now. He qualified pole, or no, second actually, front row anyway, at the Suzuka 8 Hour last year, which means he's no mug. That's a competitive race. The problem he's got is, we've seen it all the time when people come to VSB, he's got to learn every circuit, every single weekend. It's a big ask, is that, and be quick as well.
With a couple of laps to go, Alex Lowe's leading Josh Brooks and Shaky Byrne. James Ellison still running strongly in 4th place ahead of Yuichi Chianari. PJ Jacobson has burst through the mid-pack to annex 6th place ahead of Josh Waters, equally impressive. James Ellison having a strong ride, James. They're just hovering behind Shaky, waiting for that little bit of a gap or a mistake. Alex Lowe's takes his 2nd victory of the year. Whoa, half a bike length in it between Brooks and Byrne as they howl across the line ahead of James Ellison in 4th. Just squeeze it out, Robin Harms and the Dudson Motorsport Honda. Smirch in 8th, Waters 9th.
Got a decent start in race 1. We got to straight into 5th place, I think it was, in turn 2. Past Keogh for the 4th place, and then ran with the front guys all the way to the end, and just couldn't really make a move on them. I could see, Shaky was eyeing up Brooksy for a pass, Brooksy was eyeing up Alex for a pass, and no one was really committing because the tyres were working so hard in this heat. They were just squashing as you got to the end of the corner, so nobody could really do anything. We were all there or thereabouts and thinking, right, come on, let's go for it, let's make a pass, and no one could do it. Whenever you did, it just squashed the tyre and sort of run wide. So yeah, but it's given us a confidence. We've shown we've got the pace now, and with that time it moves us up to 4th on the grid, so we'll be a front row start for race 2, and hopefully we'll get Milwaukee Yamaha a trophy again this weekend, because I've missed them.
British Superbike Championship, Snetterton. Oh, terrible start by Alex Lowe's, crawling off pole position, and that allowed Shaky Byrne and Josh Brooks to get the jump on him, and so too, look at that.
He's in about 6th.
And that was
7th, maybe.
Action about to start. Shane Byrne
backs him up, he's backing him up, and everybody's getting a bit frustrated. They can't overtake the line, they cannot overtake the line. Now he goes.
I wondered what was going on.
Yeah, he's backing him up, that's what he's doing.
Well, that wasn't good news, I felt, for James Ellison, because indeed Alex Lowe's got the sprint on him up the hill, and James didn't want to be held up that much at the bottom of the hill.
There's somebody
Joey
else
Bridewell. So Kianari on the move, moves through past Chris
Jacobson
Walker. Jacobson.
Through on Waters.
Well, there we go, America versus Australia. There's James Ellison, number 77. He's just lost touch now with the front-running 3.
Yeah,
and Josh Waters right behind them there. That's the leading Milwaukee Yamaha. But you've got to go several places back to find Ellison's. But look at this, there's some great pockets of riders having proper set twos. These races must be fun to be involved in, James, when it's like this. There is James Ellison trying to muscle his way back into contention. He's running 15th behind Lee Costello. The boy from Bolton nails it down the straight. There is Tommy Bridewell making his move on Peter Hickman. And at the same time, Milwaukee Yamaha's Ellison moves through into 14th place past Costello. This is Jacobson and Josh Waters having one of the best rides he's had in his rookie year in British Superbikes, James.
Yep, difficult job. Every circuit's a new one.
There is Josh Waters now, has got past Dan Linfoot. So Waters making good ground. So the double Australian champion, very impressive there. Look at this, Josh Waters versus Dan Linfoot. Linfoot's got him. Linny got back on the last lap to grab that 7th place. I beg your pardon, that was Ellison. Josh Waters, Milwaukee Yamaha, having possibly his best ride of the season in 7th. Dan Linfoot makes a remarkable comeback from a disappointing first race in 8th. James Ellison makes a comeback from a disappointing mid-race in 9th.
Qualifying went well, almost got in the top 10 for the final one, but didn't. So first race, I was battling for around 7th, and then unfortunately one of the riders crashed and I got out of his way and I lost 3 positions. And then same thing in the start of the second race. There was a crash, and again I was right there and seemed to lose it, but yeah, got going at the end and come home 7th. So it's not, awesome, but it's good for me. See how we go at Brands.